Hello everyone, welcome to my Foundation Game Guide and How-To series. Today I want to talk about trade routes and warehouses and the best way that I've been able to use them so far with the knowledge that I've gained by playing the game. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so after you've gone through and you've gotten your little bit of a setup happening, if you haven't taken a look at my easy how-to setup guide, go ahead and take a look at that. That'll show you how we've gotten to this place already just by playing the game for a little bit of time. Once you've done all of that, you've got housing that you can start going in here, and, by that time you should have a decent amount of planks that should have been, accrued. The biggest thing that you need right now to start trade is you need those planks. So when you come up here to your trade menu, you will see we have trading. And you have 20 planks, or you should have close to 20 planks already. So that should help unlock your very first trade route. Now, that will help the quests and everything that you have over here. Pardon my little mumbling here. It's been a couple days since I've done anything like this. So anyway, that will unlock, other stuff that you have here. This does now allow us to buy, even though this says selling. Let me walk you through this a little bit. Even though it says selling, we can now get the tools that are available to us. Now, here's the thing. Selling means that they are going to sell tools to us, or they will sell bread and they will sell fish to us. And then the trader will buy berries, they will buy polished stone, and they will buy planks. Obviously, this stands for what each one is going to give us money for. So berries, 2, planks, 2 gold, and then polished stone, 3 gold. And then each tool, bread or fish, well, fish is 100, but bread or tools will cost us 10 gold to receive them. Now, it's going to be a little while before you get to the 20 bread down here to unlock this trade route. But here's the thing. The same thing that I'm going to show you just for the basics of this is going to apply for all types of trade that are going to be throughout the entire game. Alright, so early game, you only have a certain amount of resources available to you. One of the biggest things is tools. Those are going to be very, very pivotal in the progression of the game. Now, at first, you can't make them because you can't get to iron, you can't do smelting, you can't do any of that stuff, so you have to be able to import these. The only way to import is you have to have a warehouse, okay? So when you come up here to your build public buildings, you're going to come down here and select your warehouse. Thankfully, the warehouse only takes 15 planks and 5 stone. So we'll select our warehouse, and I think the first one that I want to do, you need to be a little strategic about where you're going to put your warehouses, because those are really going to be like kind of how the logistics of the game work a little bit, in a sense. So in this warehouse, say I want to buy tools, but I also want to sell berries. So if I put the warehouse over here, and if I put it right near the little gathering hut for the berries, then it won't have a very far area to travel to go from the gathering hut over to the warehouse. Now, you could also do it kind of in between, to where you have your market here, and then you also have your warehouse here. Okay, so it's a little far for them to travel from the warehouse to the market for the goods. Yeah, they might go from the gathering hut over here to the market. More than likely, though, they're going to go to the warehouse first. So you can put it in between, you can not put it in between, it's however you want to set it up. This is just what works best for me, is by putting it over near that area that it's going to hold the goods for. The other reason why I do that is because, well, quite honestly, I like to export that stuff as much as I possibly can to keep making the gold so that I can build more stuff up. Alright, now that we have our warehouse built and ready to go, obviously, make sure you're assigning your 2 villagers over to here. Those 2 villagers are going to be your transporters, all right? Those transporters are going to take the goods that are coming into the warehouse and delivering it out to wherever it needs to go, whether it be a market, not even a building, but, well, really just a market or anywhere the needs are needing to be met for those transporters to fulfill those jobs. Now, in my experience so far with the game, since you have 2 transporters and 4 slots, for me, it's been best to only keep 2 items into the warehouse. Instead of doing 4 items, I keep it to 2. Because that way it kind of helps balance it out a little bit. Yeah, you might have to build some extra warehouses, and it might cost you a little bit more. But in the long run, it's actually going to help with the logistics piece of the game. At least so far from what I've been able to tell. So with this, what I want to do is I want to select berries for these 2 slots, and then each slot will hold 50. So the maximum capacity here for the warehouse is 200. Each slot holds 50. The other thing that I want to do with this one is I want to make sure that I can have tools. Now, I'm not necessarily going to have 50 tools at a time, but this will be a good storage spot for those tools. I'm going to leave slot 4 empty for right now just because I really don't want to do too much else with it. We'll just kind of keep it basic for right now, okay? So we'll go ahead and play the game. Now, in order to get this stuff, or in order to export this stuff, and import, export, what you'll need to do is come back up to your trade menu, and then you're going to come over here to your trade resources. In the trade resources, this will say no trade, buy until your inventory reaches a certain level, or you will sell above a certain value. So what I want to do is I want to sell my berries. Once they are above, I obviously don't want to have it at 0 because I'm going to need food for myself. If I click and hold, that makes it go up by 5. So I want to sell anytime I'm above 50. So if I have more than 50 berries, then I want to go ahead and sell those. Oops, totally did not mean to do that. Which, of course, I don't have any berries right now, and people are very unhappy because I don't have any food. So, it's just because I haven't really done much else with this game since the, first tutorial that I did. Anyway, so we've got berries being gathered. Berries will be then taken over to the warehouse. Once we're over 50 total between the gathering hut, so the gathering hut will keep it on here. And then they'll be in the market, and then they'll also be in the warehouse. So once our total amount is above 50, then we will start selling them once the trader comes through. Now, I'm not entirely sure how often that trader comes through. I haven't honestly really paid attention to that yet. I just kind of let the game do its thing. Now, the same thing happens with our tools, okay? Currently, we have it set to no trade. But we want to buy the tools, we want to get the tools in order to build more stuff. We currently have 10 tools, so if we leave it at 0, obviously we're not going to get anything. If you take it up to 10, once we use some of these tools, then the trader will bring more in. But I want to put it about 20. Now again, keep in mind, when you're looking at the cost of these, it is going to cost us 10 gold per 1 tool. So if I want to go up 10 more, that's going to cost us 100 gold, which we're totally fine. We have plenty of it. But keep that in mind though, because then if you use all 20, or even if you use these 10, you want to get up to 20, that's going to cost you 200 gold, okay? Of course I need to get rid of that screen, because we're not going to talk about that today. But what that will allow is that will allow all of the tools to then come into this slot right here. So instead of stuff being over here in the village center, it is now sitting over here in the warehouse. All right, you know what? I was sitting here thinking maybe there was something that I missed, but, I went through and I kind of looked it over and, I think we're good. I think we're good. So biggest takeaways here, just keep in mind, only keep it to about 2 different resources for the warehouse. Make sure that you have it on accept. Make sure that, because, if you stock maximum, that's fine. The other thing that you want to kind of keep in mind, though, too, is that if you're up here on your toggle resource panel, this will kind of show you everything that you have resource-wise. Yeah, you've got some stuff up here, but not everything shows up. And then if you get to a point to where, say, you have that little pop-up that comes up and you want to help your people by doing, some type of berries, you need like 30 berries or something, you can click on stockpile, and that'll basically just put it into the warehouse. It won't take it out to any of the markets or anything like that, and it'll just keep it there to where you can go ahead and fulfill that quest that pops up here for you to do. And just remember, that is everything, just like it works up here, it works for this down here and this down here. It all works the same. So keep that in mind. Make sure you're looking at your trading resources panel. You're looking at what you have available to buy and sell. And then also make sure that you have it assigned to your warehouse. If I've missed anything, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see more tutorials like this, or if you have questions about what anything there is on the menu, or if you'd like an overall view of the menu itself, go ahead and let me know in the comments below it as well. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get all of these videos up to at least 10 likes, so if you like the video, go ahead and give the video a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button too, and hit the notification bell to get notified on when I upload videos. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.